This is the Highly Evolved Podcast. Transmission will start momentarily. How you guys doing? My name is Stefan. This is the Highly Evolved Podcast. Let's start the show. Lower down the music. Boop. Yeah. An article I read recently is about New York that they're one recession away from being broke. The last time it stated on this article, the last time New York was broke was during the Ford administration about 40 years ago, in the 1970s. And Newsweek, I think on New York Daily, got this famous headline say "Drop Dead New York" from President Gerald Ford, and it just shows you how mismanaged city that's run by Democrats can be. All right, the Democrats, because the New York been giving out free stuff, high tax. They're one of the highest tax state, the highest tax city out there, and they're still broke. The highest tax. All right, get that. If you're the how are you the highest tax city, and you're still able to be broke? Just one recession away from being broke. It's to show you how corrupt, mismanagement, democratic society is. Democratic, well, they only know how to spend, and increase taxes. That's all they know how to do. Spend, and increase taxes. And they don't create jobs. If anything, they steal away jobs. Look what happened recently. New York just drive away Amazon 25 jobs. My dog here. Sorry about that. My dog just making sounds there. But anyway, Amazon, they lost Amazon account. They lost 25,000 jobs. All right, they lost 25,000 jobs due to weak negotiation skill by the Democratic Party. Let's put in that term. Weak negotiation skills by the Democratic Party. And I'm not saying Amazon could save these people, but at least it's something, right? It's 25,000 job. Sure, some people might have their disagreement about the quality of the job, but there are people out there who's willing to take that. All right. I mentioned this before in my video. Like, working in a place you're not bound by anything, you could quit. It's not communist where they put you into work. It's not gulag. You're not bounded by anything. But there are people who's willing to take these jobs, willing to do it, right? And what New York need right now is jobs. They really need jobs, all right? And the Democratic Party are not delivering that. They're more focused on social justice. That's what it is. Social justice is not creating jobs. You know what? You know what could help people get out of depression? Jobs, all right? Jobs and prosperity is one of the leading causes to make people not feel oppressed. When you have money in your pocket, you feel like you can do anything you want. I'm not saying money is the answer to everything, but it's a tool to get your way out of being oppressed. That's the thing. Democrat. I'm not a greedy guy. I'm not all for the money, all right? But money is a tool. You gotta look at money as a tool, and not look at it as a evil entity. It's a tool to help you accomplish your goal, or get the thing that helps you get the stuff you want to get done. That's what it is. And they're not looking at that. They're more on their emotion sides. And yeah, that's ridiculous. Like 40 years ago, you didn't learn your lesson, New York. 40 years ago, you think that you learned your lesson. Giuliani saved you guys once already in the 90s. And you guys managed to F that up. All right? It takes a Republican to save New York. Right? New York was in a deep S-hole, right? And it was a mess. There was prostitution, drugs passing around, all these bad stuff, right? Hobos, and then Giuliani cleaned it up. Then you guys got another Democrat. Now there's the same thing, history repeating itself. Now, if there's another recession, you guys can go broke again, and you guys are not going to bail out because a Republican is in office again. It's repeating itself. It's going around in full circles, right? New York don't learn their lessons. this bunch of elitists, this social Democrats. This is what Democrats will get you nothing. Democrat will get you nothing. Democrat will not get you jobs. Democrat will not get you prosperity. If anything, Democrat is the real oppressor. Like I said, I'm not a Democrat nor I am a Republican. I support Trump because to me, he seemed like he's beyond. He's not neither of the two. He hijacked the Republican Party to make things right. That's what it is. He used the Republican Party as a platform to get through. All right, but New York is screwed. All right, if New York don't act up, look at this Joe De Blasio. Bill De Blasio. Joe De Blasio is a baseball player. I'm sorry. Bill De Blasio. This guy is a cuck to the max. A cuck. He married a black girl just because it's making him, I don't know. I don't know what his personal thing is. Maybe to get votes, berate his family. He don't have to berate his family. He chooses to do that. You know? If people don't want to insinuate something, maybe he shouldn't do that. But this guy's a joke. He's a clown. He's a, almost 7 foot tall clown. Guy's an idiot. I wouldn't want to live in the first. New York seemed like the best place to go when you wanna go to a place that defies melting pot, right? But when people look at a melting pot, what is a melting pot? A melting pot is a pot with all kind of garbage in it. All right, when you melt everything together in a melting pot, it doesn't taste good. It tastes like crap. All right, that's what a melting pot is. Look, if you take a bolognese, a pot of bolognese sauce, right? Spaghetti sauce, meat sauce, right? The way it is, it tastes good. Like you put the tomato, the proper ingredient, tomato, meat, garlic, proper herbs. But what if in a bolognese sauce we begin to put chocolate in there, mustard, mayonnaise, right? All this stuff that shouldn't be in there. What it tastes like crap. It's a melting pot. It's melted together, but it tastes like crap. That's what people don't understand about melting pot. So because it's a melting pot, that doesn't mean it's a good thing. All right? People are going to have their opinions, different opinions. People are going to have their culture. People are not going to try to assimilate because they've already been entrenched in their culture already. That's why the big deal with immigration. All right? You want people who want to come here to want to adapt with our culture, appreciate it. You don't just bring people in who don't want to be here and then not assimilate. That's an ingredient for disaster. All right? All right, open the door for a bunch of Talibans. What are they going to do? Create havoc, all right? They're not going to try to assimilate. If you open your doors to your enemy going to invade you. That's what it is. Open your door and invite people, invite strangers. We'll see what happens. That's what happened. That's the thing with immigration. You just don't let anybody in. You need to vet people. You don't know who these people are. These people are, they're, how am I going to say this? They're not used to first world civilization, right? These people are used to their own culture. And then what's going on in the media right now? The media is perpetuating biracial dating and all this stuff. Biracial dating is the first way to eliminate culture. Black person dating a white person, and then they have biracial kid, and the biracial kid grow up not to knowing, can't identify what he is, and then that can start to continue on. There's more biracial couple. Then next thing you know, there's no culture at all. They don't know how to identify it, and then hilarity ensues after that. You start seeing a pattern when you see things going on in your face that doesn't seem right. You start to notice this pattern. Like, wait a minute, maybe this isn't so good at all for the city. That's on another issue. But New York is falling for the drain. It's like Los Angeles. Los Angeles has completely destroyed itself. Los Angeles is on the rail, off the cliff already. All right, Los Angeles is California. They're off the cliff. There's no hope for Los Angeles. You want to prove me wrong? Prove me wrong. All right, but as the moment, what I feel like Los Angeles is off the cliff. There's no way of saving California. There's no way of saving California. It's broke. California's practically broke. All right, California's broke. New York's gonna be broke too. All this Democratic-run state, this blue state, they're gonna be broke. They're not gonna learn from their lessons. They're not gonna learn. That's the thing with socialists. They won't learn. Right? You need so you know how some kids they won't learn. They have to learn the hard way for them to learn. Maybe this is the hard way for them to learn. They don't learn by other people's experiences. The best way to learn is see what other people mistake, and you adapt from it. What California is, they're not looking at other people's mistake. They have to fall. They have to fall and build itself back up. That's what it is. Some of these states, this blue state, they have to fall in order to build themselves back up. Just don't bail them out. I say Trump, if any president in the future, don't bail none of these states out. They have to fall. They have to fall. Everybody leave the state. Then who's gonna pay the tax? If everybody leave the state, who's gonna pay off? Who's gonna pay the high tax rate? Right? If all the rich people leave California, who's gonna pay the tax? It falls onto the next tax bracket, which is the poor. And how is the poor gonna pay the tax? They can't. Then that's how a state collapse. That's how the state get broke. Because everybody's moving out of these liberal cities or moving out of these socialistic democratic cities, and nobody's picking up the tab. Then they become broke. That's what it is. All the rich people, all the taxpayers have moved out of New York. That's why they broke. All the taxpayers. This is what happened to New York. This is why New York's broke. Because all the people that's paying taxes don't want to pay tax no more. So they moved out, and New York got nobody to depend on to pay taxes. And they can't depend on the poor people because the poor people don't got no money. Hence, this is why they are broke. All right? New York is screwed. The only way that I could see to save these liberal city is reduce taxes, reduce burden, reduce regulation to draw in more people. This is why they bring in immigrants, because they think immigrants going to pay taxes. Sure, immigrants pay sale taxes when they buy crap, but most immigrants, they're not consumers. Most immigrants are not white consumers. They only buy food, and that's it. They don't buy junk. They came from a poor country, so they tend to hold their money more. Get it? Poor people from poor countries tend to hold their money more. Thus, that's why they don't spend as much as wealthy people, right? And then when they hold their money more, they tend to work these under-the-table jobs, all right, which don't pay any taxes. They don't pay income taxes. That's the thing with immigrants. Immigrants, they pay sale taxes, but they don't pay enough sale taxes, and they don't pay income taxes because they're undocumented, all right? They work under the table. That's what people don't realize. And they say immigrant pay taxes as much as... No, they don't. If anything, they keep more of their money than hardworking Americans do. Blue-collar workers. All right? Blue-collar workers pay more taxes per capita than illegal immigrants, illegal aliens. These people, whatever you want to call them. All right? That's what these socialistic liberal cities don't understand. California is off the rail. New York's off the rail. Any democratic ruled city is off the rail. Detroit, look at Detroit. Detroit's already broke. That's off the rail. All right, Chicago's broke. I went to Chicago. Everything's dilapidated. All the houses are dilapidated, broken apart. It's crazy, man. You go to south side Chicago, it's like a war zone there. Houses are broken, outdated, plumbing falling apart. It's crazy. You know, and Chicago is like a prime definition of a major segregated city. The rich is northern Chicago. The south side is like crap. You see extreme segregation in Chicago. You go there, you know. I wasn't scared. I walked there with my heads up over there. But people, native Chicago people, they're scared to walk in their own street. I'm not in the native Chicago. I went there. I wasn't even scared because I'm not new to violence. I've been in rough neighborhood. I was raised in rough enough. I was street smart. I was raised in tough neighborhood, so I know how things goes. I think I know how things get down. You avoid, if you see a group of people that doesn't look right, you turn the other way and walk the other way. All right? You don't proceed to go. You don't proceed to go to a place where you feel threatened. All right? That's a little advice if you're gonna go to a distraught location like Compton or South Central. All right? You can walk there at daytime, but at nighttime, stay away from it. But anyway, that's what it is. New York deserves to get broke. New York's gonna be broke. All right? And recession hit. I hope it goes broke. And I hope nobody bailed them out. I hope nobody get bailed out. Bailing out is just it doesn't work. It doesn't help them learn from their mistake. When you bail people out, it doesn't help them. Obviously, New York won't learn. But on that note, guys, I hope you guys enjoy the show, and I'll come back with more video. New York is screwed if a recession to happen. All right, guys, peace.